Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Sweet nectar of the gods.
I hate you.
Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast, Talaveras and Tequilas, episode
You're so disgusting.
6.
You're already irritating me.
Episode 6. I'm Daniel and this is Anna. And if you haven't already, be sure to be liking our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's it, huh? And then also be sure to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And if you want to support this channel, go to Buy Me a Coffee, Talavera Studios, to help support this channel by making a little donation. And if you guys do make a donation, even if it's just $1, you'll get a little shout out at the end of this video, or in the upcoming videos.
Huh?
The upcoming videos.
I didn't hear anything you said.
All right, we're 6 episodes in finally. That is pretty awesome, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's like when we first started doing this, we're like, are you sure we can do this? I'm like, I think we can do it. We have plenty of stuff to talk about. And then it's like there's so much we could talk about, to split it up into many episodes. And once we started doing it, once we're doing the writing process stuff, we're like, what do we do? What do we talk about?
I remember whenever we first were like, oh dude, we should do a podcast, and we were excited for it, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. Why not?
Yeah. And I don't think What were you gonna say?
I don't know, we just started getting into it, and,
yeah. Just building up towards it.
Yeah, so one of my friends was like, hey, do you watch podcasts? I was like, no, but I was thinking of making my own.
Yeah.
And then he was just suggesting these other podcasts to watch, and I was like, huh. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and mine's gonna be way better.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah, and it's all the recent videos that we have done. After we finish watching them, we're just like, oh dude, we could have talked about this, we could have done that, making it, we're basically criticizing ourselves to of how we can make it better. And there's been times where we feel like we're going down, but we're like, no, we're not, we're doing all right, we're making adjustments to do better.
You can't just give up just because your second video or third or fourth has less views. It's no, you just gotta
keep trucking, keep pushing through.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I think my least favorite thing is watching the video the next day or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, why do we talk like that? Or oh, I can't believe I said that, or just dumb shit.
Yeah. And I'm just I
get on my own nerves. After the first episode, after watching it, I was like, oh my god, somebody please tell this bitch to shut up. I would not hang out with her.
Oh man.
And then I was like, and then we gotta put this shit on the internet, and I was like, oh well, whatever. Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, people like it, people enjoy it, and we know that because people are telling us otherwise, that oh, I love watching you guys' podcast, it's been fun, it's great, I think it's funny. So thank you, we really do truly appreciate that type of feedback.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we what we asked for is just tell us, talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to me, be my friend.
Yeah, that's another thing. What she's just saying right now is whenever we're out in public, and if you see us, don't be hesitant to come chat with us for a little bit. Say hi about whatever. Hi.
Yeah.
Even if it's about our podcast, which is fine, we'll talk about it. Or if it's something totally different, or something that you suggest, or whatever it is, don't hesitate to talk to us, because we do like talking to people. Yeah. One of the things that we're not saying for you to be the first ones to initiate the conversation, but it's just because when we're out in public, we're just we have I really feel definitely tunnel vision, but I really feel a lot of people have this public anxiety of just,
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't blame them, considering where we live and stuff like that.
Yeah, because and it's everybody somewhat knows everybody.
Yeah, but it just you always feel they're gonna judge you, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just that, but like whenever I go to the store, it's like I'm on a mission. Like I'm gonna go in and get my shit, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like that doesn't mean like, oh, if I run into someone, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And plus, like I think you said on the last video or the video before that you're pretty blind, or you're nearsighted or farsighted or something like that.
I think we cut that part out.
Oh, maybe.
Because we're talking about like I just look mean or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like
yeah.
Like no, like it's true though, because whenever we do go out and like I don't recognize people, or I'm just like not looking at people, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then somebody runs into me and they're like, oh, I'm like, at least say hi, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't even see you, because like I honestly like I didn't. I can't really see that well.
Oh yeah. So our episode today is talking about, you know, making friends, or like the beginning of friendships, of how things happened, and you know how sometimes things end or continue on for a lifetime, or you know, just basically this whole episode is just about friendships.
A little bit of drama, a little bit of
this, like if
some chisme.
Yeah, if we get there.
Yeah. But before we get into it, we are gonna do our Spanish thing.
Oh yeah.
Your little challenge.
My little challenge. Okay,
yeah.
What's the challenge?
So you have to say 67 in Spanish.
Okay.
That's your word. 67.
Okay. So it's siente. I gotta read the word because I have no idea. I'm just going off of like the single number.
Okay, it's right here. Look.
Sesenta y siete.
Okay, now say it all together.
67.
Hey!
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I can't see.
It's just Spanish, dude. Don't get mad at me.
67. 67. 67.
Read it.
67. 67.
No, you're saying C's like this. Remember, it's like
Ses.
No, it's like the S.
Cis. Ses.
It's not E, it's E.
Ses. 67.
Okay.
67.
67.
67.
We're not gonna like move on until you get it right. 67.
67.
Look at it. 67.
67.
Yeah.
67.
Almost.
You get the idea what I'm trying to say, right?
No, you got it right, and then you like messed it up.
67.
You're almost there. You did it, but like you gotta like get it.
I feel like I'm in freaking high school again. 67.
There's no I between those two.
67.
60.
60.
67.
What?
67.
Santa 67.
You're such a.
That's what it sounds.
You can't give up, bro.
That's what it sounds like in my freaking head, man.
Get it.
67.
Okay.
67.
67.
67.
Well, you got it right like that one time, but then you like lost it.
I've been saying it right this whole damn time. I don't know what's your problem. 67.
Yes.
67.
Yeah.
Done. I don't like this, guys. I get very like
frustrated.
Yeah, cause like I'm just like it just doesn't want to click. Like if the wires inside my head are just like.
Yeah, I know. You can't even speak English. Anyways,
yeah.
You always add like extra words or some shit.
Unless
and
if.
I'm just like, what are you talking about? Unless if.
You know what I struggled with a lot was
Unless if.
nobody doesn't.
Oh my god, dude.
Nobody doesn't do this.
It's not that hard.
Well, you know what? In my head,
It
just makes sense. It
but
makes
it's not right.
67.
67.
That's what I said.
No. Remember when you used to work at that dollar store and this old man was like, hey, what's your name? And you're like, Daniel. And then he's like, Pobrecito.
Yeah.
Now I understand him. I understand
like,
why he said that.
Boop, boop. He's like, what's your name? This kind of like old man. He's all, what's your name? And I'm like, Daniel. Like my name tag, Daniel. He's all, oh, pobrecito. I'm like, why? What? It hurt me a little bit because I'm like, why is he saying like, poor me or whatever?
Because you're a fucking idiot.
No. He just felt bad because I don't know why. He just felt bad. Anyways.
Sorry.
It's okay. So we're talking about friends, making friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to start off with, so like, I always try
to treat everybody like they're my best friend.
Well, yeah, of course. So do I.
But I mean, I just don't. Yeah, no, and I just try to not treat them like they're my best friend or whatever. But like, I'm just like, you know, if we've had beef before, or like if there was any issues, or like we didn't like each other, if we're like, I don't give a shit. Like if I know you, I'm gonna fucking say hi to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if like you come and say hi to me, like it's all good. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be nice to you.
And I give everybody high fives, even if we're just like, even though they're just strangers. I'm just like, yeah.
I've never seen you do that.
Well, give a high five to anybody?
Mm-hmm.
I've given plenty of high fives out. You just never see them because you're looking the other way.
I'm probably just thinking about my other boyfriend.
Maybe.
Just kidding.
So, I mean, it's not easy making friends with you either.
Me? I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault that I fucking look like this, okay?
Yeah.
It's not my fucking fault.
Well, when we first met, I tried talking to you all the time, and you didn't even want to talk in the first place.
That's because you were weird. But honestly, no, like back then,
yeah,
I was just mean. And even like when I was just mean because of like, if I was at work,
yeah,
I didn't want to be there already, so I'm gonna be in a bad mood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I try my best to not take it out on people, but like, damn, I get so frustrated with like, you know, it's like, damn, bitch, take a fucking chill pill. Shit.
All right, so how did we meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, so, his sister that is my age, we're like 4 days apart, and like whenever we were little, she would like stay the night at my house all the time, and you know we'd like watch Lizzie McGuire, like, you know, I would like record, or no, we would watch like the premiere of like the new episode, and then she would stay the night at my house, or like, you know, whatever.
So you're some good best friends.
Yeah, and then, you know, every now and then I would go like over to her house and hang out after school, or we would go to like our other friend's house and like play on the trampoline and shit like that, you know. And then you know, after like middle school, like she started doing like being in like sports, and I wasn't into sports at all, so we kind of like, you know, just drifted apart. Drifted. And then, you know, of course, like in high school too, like she was all into sports and I wasn't, but this whole time, like we were still friends, you know, but the whole time that I knew her, I didn't know that she had a brother. So I started working at McDonald's like after high school or whatever, and then you were working there, but I didn't know who the fuck you were. And I just remember like people would say, oh, Daniel this, Daniel that. I'm like, who the fuck is Daniel? Like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, I'm like, I feel like I should know everybody that I work with. I don't know who this person is. Yeah. And then
again, I only worked like 2-3 days out of the week.
Yeah. And so they were like, oh, I was like, Daniel who? Like, how come I don't know this person? Is he new? What the fuck? Oh, Daniel Talavera. And I'm like, who the Talavera? Like, wait. Who? Like, who's he related to or what? And then I found out like who your sister was, and I was like, no fucking way. She doesn't have a brother. What? Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, are you sure? Because I never knew of her having a brother at all.
It's like sometimes I think our paths did cross at some point, but not anything that was like that really stood out or anything like that. Maybe it was just kind of like a cross by each other.
Probably.
Or maybe you were already in the other room with Julia and I was in my room the whole time, or
I don't know. Well, I mean, I was
somewhere else.
We were kind of playing outside here and there, or like, you know, whatever. And then she would come to my house a lot too. So
yeah.
I don't know, but I never knew she had a brother. And then, at McDonald's, like, it was like a weekend, and this fucking little ass like weirdo walks in, clocks in, and I'm just like at the register, and I look over and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, hello.
Hello.
And I was like, hey, like, who are you? And then you're like, I'm Daniel. And you just like stood there like, I'm Daniel. And I was just like, Daniel Talavera.
I wasn't that much of a nerd.
Yeah,
but
you were.
Not that much.
And then I was just like, oh, okay, you're Daniel Talavera. Okay, that makes sense. Huh. All right. And I was like, oh, well, like, I've been working here for a while and I never seen you. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, nice to meet you.
And then you're all, do you know who I am?
Yeah, I was all, so do you know who I am? And then you're all,
yes.
And I was just like, okay, cool. And then I was just like, God, this guy's fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who you were until, like, as we were working too, and I saw you and I was like, oh, like, I forgot who.
That person.
I forgot who I was talking. Whoever was cooking with me at the time, and I was like, who? Like,
who the fuck is that
hey,
bitch?
who's the girl in the black hair? And they're all, that's. I don't know if they said Anna or Leah. One of those.
Sally.
Or Sally. They might have said Sally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all, that's Jose's sister. I'm like, who's that?
No, I remember. And then you're like, I was like, okay, so do you know who I am? And then you're like, yes. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, all right, well, you know, enjoy your shift. It should be a slow day, whatever. And then you just like stood there, and I was just like going back to work. And then I look over, and then you're still just standing there, and I was just like, you can go back to, like, you can go get your shift started, like, you can go to work now. And then you're like, yeah, just like walked away. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, I'm sorry that I was starstruck. All right,
whatever, bitch. It was
you're
funny
all, you can leave.
Yeah, basically it was just like like,
and then
bruh.
So that's like how we first met. All awkward. Me, I think I was like 15 or 16. One of those
You're
ages.
like about to be 17 because you can't work it when you're 15.
Oh, so then I was 16.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was 16, and then I think I just turned 16 if it was over the summer and stuff. Anyways, not that matters, but
either way, it was
over time, like working, you know, she's in the front, I'm in the back cooking, whatever. It's like, it was just like little exchanges between us every now and then, because I was like there wrapping the burger, tossing it over.
Jim and Pam.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What? Oh, Jim and Pam? Yeah, pretty much.
Really.
Pretty like Jim and Pam from The Office. But, I mean, I liked her, but she never really liked me back. She was just kind of thought I was a weirdo.
I was just like, whatever, bitch.
And then she would to me, I thought we were getting comfortable with each other, like becoming friends. So one day she would leave her she would leave her smoothies in the freezer that's kind of back there.
It wasn't a freezer, it was just
a fridge.
Like, it was just like a shelf thing.
Like, no, like in the back, like in the maybe
behind the computer.
No, that's where I left it. Just kidding.
No, okay, so yeah. So,
that's where I left my drinks, but
obviously since I was like in the front, and then I would like hide my drink like behind this little like area,
yeah,
which like we're not supposed to have drinks at all, but that's
right.
where I would just like keep mine, like, because it was like out of like cameras, whatever. And then I would just like make myself like a slushy, like a Powerade slushy with Sprite or whatever, or like coffee with like ice cream kind of shit. Like I would make up all kinds of like cool shit.
Yeah. And
I would just like leave it like in that little spot, and then, you know, after a while I'd be like, go get a drink, and I'm like, what the fuck, like, why is it empty? Or like it was like halfway gone, and I'm like, who the fuck has been drinking this shit? Like, this is mine, like, back off. And then I just like I'm looking around, and I look, and then you're just standing there, and you're like,
just all Hi.
And I was like, did you drink this shit? And then you're like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
And I'm all...
And then I'm like, I'll just, like, you know what? Like, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, like, make you your own. Like, what do you want? Okay, here's a fucking power. Like, leave my shit alone.
Yeah.
Go put it over there in your hiding spot.
I was all, sweet, thanks. And then I'm over there being like, yes, she talked to me.
You're sick. And then I would, like, you know, refill my drink. And then I would go back. And then you were still drinking it. And I was like, bitch, why?
I was flirting, right?
Yeah, and then, or, like, I would just, you know, be kind of standing there in the front by the register, and then I would, like, turn around and, like, look, like, back in the kitchen, and then you're just standing there, like, staring at me, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Why? And I was just like, okay.
I was a little weirdo.
I feel like you were just standing there, like, please look at me, please look at me, please look at me, please look at me, and then I'm just, like, turn around, and I'm like, ah! How long have you been standing there?
You make direct eye contact with me for like a second, and I'm just like,
fucking awkward. And then we had like a Greyhound bus. We had a Greyhound bus, and you know, it was busy. And then you're like, the bus was just like barely pulling in, and you were like clocking out, and I was like, are you going on break? Because we're about to get a bus. And you're like, oh no, I'm done for the day. And I was like, oh my god, well, get out while you can, because damn, that sucks. And then you're like, okay, see you later. And I was like, alright, bye. And then like, you know, there's a line, all like, you know how the line like zigzags,
just a crowd of people just came in
all the way, just
a line,
like there was a line all the way to like the door, and I'm just there taking orders, and then like I kind of see you, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, yeah, I'm just kind of like, if he forgot something, he could just go back and get it. Like, you don't have to wait in line. Or like, at least go through the drive-thru if you're gonna order food. Like, what the fuck? And then finally, like, you know, after I took care of all these customers, and it was your turn, and then you were just, I was like, what do you want? Like, you're here to make my life difficult. Like, what the fuck do you want? And then you were just like, can I have your number? And I was just like, fucking kidding me? I was like, I guess. So like, yeah, like, sure.
Like moments
but
before.
in my head, I was just like, fuck. Like, he waited in line just to ask me for my number, and I was like, so I felt bad, so I was like, alright, I guess, yeah, sure.
I know, and it's like, as...
Write it on the little receipt.
It was like here you go. That day, I was like, you know, this is the day I'm going to ask for her number. And then as I'm clocking out, you're all, well, you're clocking out? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Ask for her number. Ask for her number. Sorry. That little... Thanks. And I was like, yeah, I'm clocking out. Boom, 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 clock out. Walk out. And you're like, all right, see you later. All right, bye. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, dang it. Walk out the door. As soon as I walk out, I was like, no. Today is the day. Turn back around. Walk back inside. And it's just like a line of people. I'm like, shit. Shoot. So I'm like, well, I could either just go back there and, you know, interrupt her and be rude and, you know, be like, what do you want? I'm disabled. I'm like, or just wait in line, wait till my turn. So I'm like,
you know what?
Right.
You know what else you could have done? You could have like written it on paper and be like, hey, here, text me, and then I would have been all okay, and then I would have been all
yeah, exactly. You would have been all sure, bud, and then put it away. So I'm like, no, I gotta get the number. So then, I mean, you could have easily shot me down, but you did low key like me, so you
it's not that I liked you, but I also like I really felt bad for you for waiting in line. Like, yeah. I would have been all, fuck this, I'm gonna go home, shit. And I was like, fuck. Alright, I guess.
Yeah, well, you took my number and went home, text you, and I updated you on everything that I was doing for the next like few months.
It's like months. It's like you were like I don't know how to. It's like you were like, you were just like checking in constantly. Like, yeah. Hey, I just got home. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna go take a shower. Good morning. I'm gonna go to school. oh, I'm on lunch now.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go to practice. And I was like I just get these updates, and I'm like, I didn't subscribe to your fucking text messages
to Daniel's
like,
day to Daniel's day plan.
Yeah, and I was just like, and I would just like ignore you like half the time, and I'm just
You're
like,
just like, okay, all right, cool, thanks.
and I'm like, well, you get the fucking hint, like, stop telling me.
Yeah, that was bad.
And then, but other people were like encouraging you too, or like they would be like, oh my god, he's so cute, he totally likes you, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah,
Like, he's not my type, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then I'm just like, I'm not trying to like, you know, be in a relationship right now. I'm trying to hoe around. But it was just like weird, and I was like, poor dude.
Poor dude. Yeah, and I mean, I was in a place too of just being like, I don't know, I'm not saying not being lucky with girls, but just not having
You're like
luck
in your Michael
with
Scott.
girls. Yeah,
You're like Michael Scott.
Pretty
trying
much.
to get date.
pretty much just trying to get a date, and just obviously like I didn't know you or anything like that. I mean, I heard about some other
Like rumors.
About you, and you know, to me I was like, oh, they're just rumors, but true or not, I still like this girl. And so I was like, you know what, true or not, whatever, I'm still just gonna go for it, and you know, still just try to talk to you. And then I did.
Yeah. And then it got to the point where I was just straight up just like ignoring you, and then
Yep.
I was just like,
You ignored me a lot.
dude, why?
And eventually, I mean, months later, I mean, she didn't always say that. I mean, sometimes you started talking to me a little bit.
Yeah, because I mean,
A
you
little
were
bit.
you were cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you were cool and you were funny, and I was like, hi, you're funny. Like, we were friends still, but like, you know, like you were just like too much, and you were kind of like not pushy, but you were just kind of like,
Yeah, and I was just a kid, not knowing what I was doing.
but yeah.
Take a shot. Yeah.
Okay. And it, like, anyways, like I was saying, like, it's like you were cool and I liked having you as a friend and stuff like that, but like, you know, you were just kind of like too like much.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after a while, it was like, you know, we just like hung out more and more, and I was like, you know what, this guy's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we just like, you know,
well,
before anything, we were just like really good friends.
The first time that we hung out, I don't like that day. I was going through some stuff or whatever, and I just needed somebody to talk to. And I always just thought you had some good things to say, you know, kind of like straightforward, kind of blunt type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, I kind of need that. So that's when I asked you like, can we talk or whatever.
Yeah. You're like,
And-
can I come over? And I was like, sure.
Yeah, you're like, weird, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's do it. So we sat outside your mom's house, sat on the curb, and we were just there for hours. Just
And then your mom pulls up.
my mom pulls up, being like,
aren't you supposed to be over here or over there or like whatever? And you're like, yeah, I'll be home in a little bit. And then she's like, okay. And then, you know, she leaves, and then
midnight rolls on.
No. It was
yeah.
already like past midnight, and then like around like 2 a.m. your sister rolls up and she's like, dude, you need to get home. Like, mom's pissed. And then I was just like, I told you to leave, but
Yeah.
that shit was funny.
I was just really enjoying the conversation, and just like, I mean, at first it was like, you know, somewhat serious, and I had to like let some stuff out.
Yeah.
And he helped me through it. And then after that, we were just enjoying each other's company and just bullshitting, and it was just fun and funny.
Jokes.
Yeah, just
cracking
jokes. Yeah. And that's basically where our whole friendship started. After that, it was just curbside chit chatting, bullshitting, just being silly willy gooses.
Being a shit ass. Just kidding.
Yeah. So, guys, consistency is key. Don't take my advice. I'm 1 for 1. And then, well, pretty much overall, we just
Then a couple years later, we porked, and then we decided to tie the knot.
essentially, you know, like how long has our friendship been? Like 10? No, not 10 years. Almost 12 years? 13 years?
Yeah, like 13.
About 13 years of friendship.
Almost 13.
Yeah. And then, you know, eventually, like, we did become like a stronger relationship and everything of the sort. But it's like, obviously you're my wife now, but overall I always still see you as my best friend first, you know.
So you don't really like me that much?
No, I do like you. I like you a lot. But I'm just saying, it's like whenever, push everything aside, like, you're still my best friend.
Aww. Besties for the resties.
Definitely.
Sorry, just...
You're fine. So, just real quick, before we get back onto the friends subject and stuff, what are we drinking today?
What we're drinking is, we're drinking Salsa.
Yeah, some Salsa. Some good old Salsa.
Honestly, it's just tequila, man.
Yeah, it's just tequila.
Like, it's like bottom shelf.
Yeah.
But it's honestly good. Like, I like this brand. Also, Salsa makes Hornitos.
Yeah. So it's like they have a good quality tequila, and then they're like, oh, let's just make a simple batch.
Yeah, I feel like this is just like, you know, basic. Just like your basic ass. And it's not harsh at all, like, because I've tasted some tequilas that are supposed to be like, you know, like, obviously this is bottom shelf. And then I've tasted some of these tequilas that are supposed to be like, you know, more up there. And they taste fucking harsh and disgusting compared to this. This is just like, you know what, whatever. Like,
yeah.
Plain old, regular,
whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have, I'm drinking some Red Bull and then some Sunny D. Red
Bull's my favorite.
Yeah, I always hated the idea of drinking energy drinks with liquor. Because I thought that was like the
worst thing you could do to yourself.
Dumbest thing you could possibly do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some people would agree still.
Right, but if you're drinking that like the whole night of, like, you know, shots.
If you drink like 6 of these.
Yeah. And it's like, it's just a little one, just to, you know, obviously get the caffeine in and get the party going type of deal.
Plus, like, most liquors are like, you know, depressants. So they're more downers, but tequila's more of an upper.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. Plus, it's just like the flavor, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So let's see. What is Let me ask you this. What's a funny, like, what is like your, I guess, funniest story, funnest, whatever, story of making a good friend?
A good friend
that you have done. Because I got one, and I just I want you to share it first.
I don't know. Give me your example first, and then I'll go from there.
All right. So
that way I can get a little inspo.
Okay. So my sophomore year of high school, we were in math class, and with Mr. Silva. Don't be rude. Aw, I like that guy.
Mexican Elvis.
Yeah, Mexican Elvis.
He was a good teacher.
Yeah. So we're there in math class, and, you know, just doing your, you know, math stuff, whatever. And now I'm like drawing a blank on the story. I don't know if I had the Cheez-Its or if he had the Cheez-Its.
I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had the Cheez-Its. So I'm there with my little snack size packet of Cheez-Its. I'm like, just, you know, trying to be quiet, opening him up, whatever. And then, like, this kid in front of me, he's kind of a new kid too. And I was like, you know, I think this kid is all right. He's, you know, he joined football with us one day, whatever. And I was like, I just want to talk to him, whatever. So I'm like, hey, do you want some Cheez-Its?
How?
Do you want some Cheez-Its? And he's all, dude, Cheez-Its are my favorite.
Aww.
So there we are, just like, you know, just sharing a bag of Cheez-Its, and then we're just talking, whatever, and then sharing more bags of Cheez-Its, and, you know, days go by, and then we're just like walking out of class, going to the locker rooms with not locker rooms.
The lockers.
the lockers with each other.
Your best friends.
Yeah, and then, you know, we just had a lot of similar interests, and we just like our jokes. We understood we stood each other's jokes and our sense of humor, and we just got along really well. And then, you know, he became my best friend.
Aww.
Little Matt Sprott.
Oh, shout out to Sprott.
Yeah, I miss that guy.
I do too.
No, but he's doing great though. Doing his architecture stuff, and he got married. No, did he get married?
Yeah,
he got married. I was like, his wedding is coming up soon.
No,
but it already passed.
I do remember the first time that like I saw like Sprott, and he was like kind of short, and then like a year later, all of a sudden he was like fucking 6'12", and I was like, bitch.
6'12".
Yeah, and I was like, is that little ginger kid from last time?
Yeah. And
then it was, and I was like, what the hell?
I remember he was like gone for a while because I forgot where I think Arizona, I don't know, somewhere far. He came back, and I'm just like,
yo, what are you doing?
Yo, thanks, man. Thanks for
leaving me down in the dirt.
Thanks for growing and making me look more short than I already am. But no, he was cool. I mean, he's an original member of Zen Productions, so there's that. And there's a video of us when we're just like going around town looking for Mountain Dew, and we're just wearing wigs.
The mullet.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, bro.
Those videos were fun.
Those are funny.
Okay, so
one time,
me, her, Rico, we had some fireworks, whatever. It's like,
we had leftover fireworks.
Yeah, we had leftover fireworks. We were drunk as fuck already to begin with.
It's like 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Oh my
and
God.
we're like, we got a couple fireworks. Let's go light some. So we go outside.
We did some sparklers first.
Yeah, we did some sparklers.
Like just right there on the on the
light
porch.
stuff. Yeah. Some light
stuff. Like fireworks. We're just like there hanging out, just like,
because we're aware that it's 3 a.m. We're not gonna light off the big poppers, things, anything like that.
And then like I was like, oh, like what else is in this bag of fireworks? And then there was this like little thing, and we thought it was just gonna be like the little lights, just little like a fountain kind of deal. And then we go light it, and then all of a sudden it's all and we were like, shit, and then we just like
run inside and turn off all the lights.
we fucking just like, oh shit, just like grabbed all our shit, went inside, we turned off like the porch lights, like turned off the inside lights too, locked the doors, and we were like, oh my God.
As we're still inside, it's still going off. It's all
and it was loud. It was so loud. Not just because of like, because it was a loud firework, but because like in the neighborhood, everything echoed. Bad.
So either way, I mean, we were not aware that it was gonna be a screamer. Dude, but at the same time, it's like in a small neighborhood, you got to be aware of lighting off big fireworks, because like dogs hate that shit, man.
I know, our dogs are freaking out right now.
They are freaking out.
It sucks because it's like it's already late at night. Mm-hmm. It's like, be considerate, because it's like it's not just about the dogs, like, but kids too. Yeah. Like little kids, like they wake up and they're scared as shit. Like, like
not as bad as dogs.
But I remember like a little kid, I was fucking terrified of fireworks. Like,
yeah. Really?
Like scared, like scared as shit. Like I would like light sparklers, but it took me a lot of guts to actually build up to it and light it, because I would see like all these little kids lighting them and having fun and running around and throwing those little poppers at each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I would just like sit there like behind my mom. Like I remember like just like clinging onto like my mom's arm because of how scared I was of fireworks. And like sometimes I still am, just because like I don't know, I just get like anxiety, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like especially like seeing people be reckless.
I gotta ask you something.
What?
We're talking about friends and stuff.
Okay.
Obviously, like one of your like good best friends is a dude. So like, how does that affect like friendships? As in you being a girl and him being a guy. Like, how is that?
Which friend are we talking about specifically? The one that called me at 5 a.m.
Either one.
Or,
like honestly, just in general. Nothing really in specific. Just like, how does that like? How does a girl best friend and a guy best friend like ruin not just friendships but relationships that with other
I know what you're getting at. So I've had a big issue with it kind of goes like, do I have to go into detail, because I feel like I need to do like a little backstory type shit?
You don't have to go totally
not totally, but
just like just how does it affect?
I'm just so I'm the type of person, like, I'm not really a big fan of like having nothing but girlfriends. Like, I can't relate to girls as much as I relate to guys. And it's
because
like
of
a
your
really
sense
big
of
thing
humor and
because,
stuff.
yeah, because of my sense of humor. Like, I'm very straightforward, and I'm a dick. Like, I am. Like, I know I am too. And like, it's just my sense of humor and the way I talk and like all this other shit. You know what I mean? And
You're not very girly either.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Like, you want to see my armpit hair? Just kidding. But yeah, like, I don't know how to, like, I can't be comfortable when it's like a big old group of girls and they're just over there all giggling and being all like loud and enjoying themselves, and I'm just like sitting there like in the corner or just like by myself, all left out, and I'm just like, this is not like comfortable for me. You know what I mean? And you know, like, if we're like in social events or parties or whatever, I'm just all like, you know, people always expect me to go like to the kitchen to be with all the girls or to like be over there where all the girls are at, and I'll be like, and I will for a little bit, and I'll just be like,
I've had my fair share of like, you know, go hang out with the girls because I'm gonna be with the guys. And then I'm like, I'll do it, and I'll go and be like, this is fucking weird, this is fucking dumb, I'm not comfortable with any of this shit. And then if I do talk or say something, or like, you know, try to joke, they're just like, what? Weirdo. Or, you know, like, they're just like, girls are just like mean to me or something. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I'm always like the oddball out, and I always feel like the only guy. Like, if it's a group of girls, I always feel like I'm the only guy there, and I'm like, something's, so, you know, it's just uncomfortable for me. I'd rather go and like, I'll go and like hang out with the guys, and I'm just like, you know, just talking shit and whatever, and that's just where I would rather be. What guys do in general.
Yeah. And, you know, like, it's weird. It's always been like that. Right. And I think a lot of it has to do with just like, because I would hang out with my brother a lot, like my older brother, and, you know, and hang out and like, you know, whatever. But as far as like friends, like with guys, like, all of my best friends have been guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it sucks because like, once they get a girlfriend, that girl is always like super like mean to me, or she like starts a lot of drama, and I'm just like, if I wanted your man, I would have been with him. Like, don't even fucking worry about it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get it, because, you know, you don't want your boyfriend or your man or your husband or whatever to be hanging out with some random ass bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but I'm not like that. You know what I mean? Like, if like, it's just all about like, if I wanted to, I would have. If he wanted to, he would have. You know what I mean? But obviously, like, this guy is like that. Like, he knows who his girlfriend is and all that shit. And if like, if he has a friend that's a girl, then like, no big deal. Usually, like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so I've had a lot of Jesus. With fucking farting. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. Like,
no, I've definitely had a lot of like issues with that, because you know, like I said, like, I'll be best friends with the guy. Yeah. And then his girlfriend like doesn't like me because he's hanging out with me. But I'm like, because they always like see me as a threat or something, and I mean,
like, look at you, of course.
No, but you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's not like that. Like, if I wanted to be with the guy, I would be with the guy. You know what I mean? It's, I wouldn't have to be sneaky about it or like whatever. And it just sucks, because a lot of girls are like that, you know, and like, they're just like, why are you hanging out with that bitch, or like, you know, dumb shit. And I'm just like, girl, like, just get to know me and you'll understand. You know what I mean? Like, don't go assuming shit right away. Like, it really does suck. And a lot of times, like, obviously the guy will want to, like, you know, save his relationship if he really likes her, you know what I mean? But it still just sucks, because
sometimes he'll just like cut you off.
So much. And like, I have like lost a lot of guys, like friendships because of that, because the girl is just too, like, you know, too jealous or too insecure or whatever. And I'm just like, all right, well, whatever, bye.
And it's just a friendship.
Yeah, literally, it is.
And it's like, and it's one of those
Happy 4th of July, bitches.
Yeah, happy 4th of July.
Fuck you.
Which was yesterday.
I know, right? No,
I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I was a pyromaniac, so.
I mean, it is fun, but, you know, once you, like,
but not
see, like, what the issues are with it, it's, like, different. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. But, what was I gonna say? that it's like that whole standard of you can't have any friendships with the opposite sex. It's like that's
right.
kind of,
it's dumb.
Yeah, because it's like that's
which a lot of times like it's like I get it, but I also like it's not that deep. You know what I mean? So with one of my friends like in high school, this girl, she liked my best friend, and she started to talk to me just because she wanted to get closer to him. So she would like ask me things about him or like whatever, and I was like, you know, like he's cool, whatever, like, and she'd be like, oh well, I know you guys are just friends, right? And I'm like, of course, like, yes, he's ugly, the fuck. Ew. And I would even tell them that all the time. I'm like, no, dude, like, ugh, gross. Like, you're disgusting for liking him in the first place. Like, ew. But, you know, after, like, if, like, in this situation, this girl started dating my best friend, but he was still hanging out with me, you know what I mean? Because, like, we were just, like, a part of, like, the same, like, group.
The whole crew.
Yeah, and, like, I was, like, the only girl all the time anyways. And, like, but she knew that. And then after a while, after they were like dating for a bit, she would get mad at him for coming to hang out with me. And I'm just like, bitch, like, you're the one that became friends with me just so you can talk to him. And now you're mad because he's hanging out with me. Like, you knew he's my friend. Yeah. And that was it. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, I confided in her a lot because, like, you know, whenever he was still with this other girl, like, she would get mad at me for the same shit. And she was like, well, I understand. Like, that's bullshit. Like, you guys are just friends. But then she went and, like, got mad at me for the same shit, you know, and I'm just like, bitch, like, that's dumb. And it's like, I'm just like tired of it, dude. Like, just because a guy and a girl are friends, like, that doesn't mean that they're porking. You know what I mean? But that's like, it's just like everybody just automatically assumes it. And it's just annoying. And I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. Sick of it. And even like recently, to this day, this shit still like is a problem for me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We're filming a podcast here.
Anyways, but yeah, even still to this day, it's still an issue for me because I've been, like, my best friend right now is a guy. Yeah. And I've been friends, like, I've known him all my life too, you know what I mean? Like, we grew up together, whatever. And he started seeing this girl, and he was telling me about it, and, like, you know, he really likes her and stuff, and so he told me that somehow, like, she saw, like, his
phone calls stuff. Yeah.
And, like, a lot of them are between me and him, and we'll stay on the phone for, like, up to, like, 3 hours. Yeah. And then she got mad at him and was like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, why are you on the phone with this bitch for, like, hours? And, you know, I mean, just throwing the fit.
Right.
And I'm
it's
just
like sometimes you guys go some time without talking.
Yeah.
I mean, as in days or weeks, whatever. And a lot happens, and you just fill each other in.
Like, you know, fill each other in on what's going on, and, like, you know, like, just checking up on each other, like, kind of shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, when you need somebody to listen to, like,
oh my god, yeah.
When you need somebody to listen to, like, you know, you got that, you know, your best friend, obviously. And so he was just telling me that she got, like, all mad. Yeah. And was like, who the fuck is this? Like, why can't you just call me instead? Like, kind of shit. And he's like, first of all, I grew up with this bitch, and she's my best friend, and whatever. And I'm just like, what? Like, I always try to make it a point to tell, like, any of my guy friends, like, my close friends, like, okay, like, they'll be like, oh, I started talking to this girl, and I'm like, oh, good. Like, you like her? Like, you know, that's awesome. Hell yeah. And I'm just like, okay, if you're trying to be serious with this girl,
to save you the troubles.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if you're trying to be serious with this girl, you better make sure she knows about me. Yeah. Because if she doesn't know about me, it's gonna be a fucking problem. Y'all are gonna have problems. I'm not the one with the problem. Yeah. She's gonna be the one with the problem because
girls
just
get
because it's just my own experience, and just because I've seen it over and over and over and over again.
And I'm not saying all girls, but girls tend to have. I mean, guys too.
They just get intimidated with each other.
They get intimidated, like, oh, you're talking to a opposite sex type of deal.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, first of all, I'm married.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it sucks. It really does suck. But it's like, you know, like, It's just like
the insecurities and things like that have a play,
but
right?
there's also a way like around it. Like me and you,
right?
We have all the same friends. Like all your friends are my friends, all my friends are your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a problem. Like we can hang out with like whoever, and we'll all be best friends. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like Rico, like he's your best friend, right? Yeah. But like whenever he comes over, he's my best friend too. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's the way it should be. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Like whenever, like if you have, like if you start talking to like whether you're a girl or a
somebody
guy,
new or whatever,
whenever you start like
and be like, hey, I have to introduce.
That becomes your boyfriend or girlfriend,
it's like, almost that.
It's like introducing them to your family.
I was about to say, it's like obviously if you're talking to somebody new, you want to introduce them to your parents or whatever,
or your family.
Yeah,
your family.
But it's like, but your best friend is also in that category of your family, so you have to introduce them to your
best friends.
Yeah,
and it's
because if you don't, that the significant other is gonna be like,
why are you keeping this a secret?
Who is that?
Yeah. And it's like that's not like obviously,
especially if it's the opposite sex.
Yeah, and like whenever I talked to this dude, like the recent one, he told me that he's like, oh, I've been talking to this girl and like I want to like introduce her to my family, and I was like, oh, it's serious, and like that's when I was like, I better warn you, you better tell her about me, because, and then he's like, no, for sure. He's like, I do, like, I want you guys to meet, and I want you guys to be friends, and I want her to meet you, I want her to meet Dan, I want her to meet all my friends.
Yeah.
Like, I want to take her to Lordsburg, and I want her to, like, see, like, get a better perspective of who I am and where I come from kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, then she goes and, like, says, like, oh, this bitch, like, you're talking to this bitch, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, dude, you're already getting me in trouble. I don't even know who this is.
It's like, I told you.
How do you know this person?
I told you.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's usually the same situation with all kinds of people.
But the thing is, guys suck at that.
Yeah, but it's just because I don't know. Guys,
we're just so wrapped up on so much other stuff to where it's like that stuff is like, yeah, it'll work out, but
they just overlook things, or like the little things, or they don't think that this thing is going to be a big deal just because they're like, our brains are wired differently, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, as a girl, like, I know how a man thinks, and it's gone to the point where like that's why I get along with men easily or better, because I just know how they think, and I feel like I think like a guy a lot you know what I mean? And it's just like it's just one of those things where it's like, dude. But I'm still a girl, and I know how girls think too. So it's like, I'm just like you gotta watch out for this, and like, I feel like that's why I'm really good friends with a lot of guys, because they're just like, I have a lot of people being like, hey man, I need advice, like I don't know what to do, and like I'm just like, that's cool, like, well, both of us, you know what I mean? Like they're always coming to us about like relationship advice, and like just in general,
just not just a relationship, just
stuff
in any type of life situations.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm comfortable with people telling me what they're going through, or what they not that they need advice, but they just need to vent, and I'm just there to just do.
Yeah, because you're
like,
not.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Because you're not gonna go and tell everybody all their shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like a. I mean, there's a whole like box of people's.
There's a whole hidden compartment of everybody's like business.
Yeah, definitely. And like I'm not gonna be one to share that, because I'm like, that's their business, and they confided into me to that, and like I'm like, I can't share that into anybody else because they trusted me to not do that.
Yeah, and like obviously, because like I'm sure you've had an experience where you told somebody something like in confidence, and then they go and like blab it to everybody, and you're just like, wow, that sucks.
That sucks.
So you wouldn't do that to somebody. Yeah, it's same. But yeah, no, it just sucks. And then it's funny because like, a lot of people are just like so insecure, and it's like, dude, like get over it.
And like,
so no, I wanted to talk about like real quick, like past times where we go to like a grocery store.
Okay.
And there's a girl, but she only says hi to you, and I'm just like, I'm literally like standing next to you, but they don't say anything to me, and I'm just like, hey, and they're like, oh, hi. And I'm like, bitch, you're going to be all friendly with this guy, but you're not going to tell me hi. Okay, cool. That's cool. I get it because I look like a bitch. And you know what? Like, I can be one.
You're all whatever, bitch.
I'm just like, whatever, bitch. But, you know, like, obviously, bitch. Like, usually, like, I have my shades on just because, like, I do have, like, really bad, like, social, like, anxiety or just anxiety in general. So, you know, if I have my shades on, like, I feel more comfortable being out and about, like, whatever. But that doesn't mean that, like, if you, like, say hi, I'm gonna be fucking mean. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's true. That's true. You're more accepting to talk to anybody.
Yeah, and I'm really not, like, the type of person that's gonna be like, ugh. Get the fuck away from me. Don't fucking talk to me. Yeah. Unless you're being a piece of shit, then I'll fucking tell you off. But, you know, if you just come up and say hi and, you know, that's fine. And
it takes a lot to be a piece of shit, too.
Yeah.
It really does.
I know. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like...
You know, I really...
Do you not see me standing here? Like, just say hi. Just say, hi, guys. You know, but, like, there's been... Sorry. There's just been times... Yeah. There's just been times where, like, something as simple as, like, the grocery store. Yeah. Hi, Daniel. And I'm just like... and you're like, oh, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, hi. Hi. And then they're like, oh, hi. And I'm like, what did I do? Why are you mad at me? Don't be fucking rude to me, bitch.
I'm not mad at you.
Well, I'm mad at you now. I'm just kidding. It's just like, it's funny. Yeah. And then it's not just with girls though. Like guys do that too. Oh yeah. Like they're like, hey Dan, what's up? And then they just like keep walking, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh I'm here hi. Too. Yeah. They're like, oh hey, what's up? And I'm like, really? Like why? Like.
It's because I don't know why.
Like literally, we're both just standing there, and they say hi to you, but then they just like completely ignore me. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then it sucks because like there's.
Because I'm prettier, babe.
Bitch, where?
You know.
Pinche greñudo, estúpido. I'm just kidding.
67.
You still gonna say 67.
67.
67.
67. I can't see it. I just see like literally. I just see a blob.
60.
67.
67.
67.
There. Bitch.
Alright, I gotta put some alcohol in me for me to talk a little easier.
I can't do it.
You don't know what, Sally. Shut up, alright? Just shut up. Just shut up, man. It ain't easy. Being cheesy.
I want some Cheez-Its. Huh? I want some Cheez-Its.
I know. So, well, we have some.
I ate them all. I finished the box the other day.
Never mind. Then. It's alright. Cheers. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to 67. That was a good word, though.
That's just what? 6 and 7?
67.
Well, yeah, 67, but.
So it's 60 and 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, 60. That's right. 60 and 7. Okay.
So it's like.
So whenever it's 60, it's 60. 60.
60.
60.
Y 7.
Whenever it's just 60.
Yeah, 60.
60.
Okay, so how would you say 65?
60. 65?
Yeah, 65.
65. 5.
64.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say 69.
Oh.
Say 69.
69. No, nien. No.
Nien?
Never.
That's not
Never. Never.
That's fucking...
Never.
Nieve?
Never.
That's like ice cream. Or snow. 9.
9. That's what I said.
You said nieve.
Yeah.
You want some ice cream?
I would like some ice cream.
cream?
I'd like some chocolate ice cream. That is literally the best thing in the world right now. Is some chocolate ice cream.
Shout out to little brother. She knows who she is.
She knows who she is.
Little brother. Anyways, so at McDonald's, this girl, I called her little brother.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, just coding Mulan and stuff. I don't know for some reason. But she was on drive-thru one time and she like had the little. It was like the old school headset with like you had to hold the button down to talk.
Oh.
And then she'd be like, "Go ahead and like place your order, please." And then she was just like, "Fuck!" And she gave me the headset, and I was like, "What?" And she like, "Tell them to go ahead and place their order." So I was like, "Okay, go ahead and place your order, please." And then it was this guy. "I need 3 large sweet teas." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "Can you repeat that, please?" "I need 3 large sweet teas," but he said it so loud and fast, and I was like, "Okay, go ahead and like your order, because at that time like the large drinks were only $1. I was like, "Okay, your total is $3.12. Like pull up to the window, whatever." But I was just like, "Bitch, why'd you do that to me?" And I couldn't stop laughing. And then you know what I mean? Like she was like, "No, I need to like you need to help me like put the ice and like whatever, like make the drinks." And I was like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch. Like that's fucking, I can't believe you did that to me." But her reaction was just like, what the fuck? And when I heard it, I was all, "Oh my god." And like
that's hilarious.
I probably peed myself that day, honestly. Not really, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was fucking stupid.
Shit. Yeah.
But I worked at one of the gas stations.
Yeah.
And it was a truck stop. It is a truck stop, but these people would come in with
I keep burping.
with their big ass like buckets.
Yeah.
And they would fill it with like ice.
Their fucking buckets?
Yeah. They would fill them with like ice and their sodas and shit.
Yeah.
And then this lady, she's like getting gas or whatever, and she goes, "Also, I need a cup of ass." And I was like, "Huh?" Because she had that little accent. I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I need you to charge me for this cup of ass." And I was like, 1 cup of ice. There you go, 99 cents. And I was just like, why did she have to say it like that?
Yeah, that's funny.
A cup of ass, some ass. And I was like,
it's time to get off your ass and learn some math.
Yeah. School of Rock.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's a funny movie.
It is funny. I love that movie.
Jack Black.
Jack Black's great. I love Jack Black.
I think School of Rock
imagine
is
if we
underrated.
had Jack Black on our podcast.
He would probably get on my nerves.
I
would probably like slap his panza and be like, "Shut up and do this shot, bitch." I'm just kidding.
Nah.
Not really, no.
I don't think so. I think it'd be a fun time with him.
He'd be all, "Yeah."
Be like, "Yeah." You know.
That's what I said.
Well, you gotta put more effort into it.
Hey, you know what though? We got our own Jack Black. We got our own Nacho Libre.
Ooh.
Rico.
Oh yeah. He's old.
Rico.
He's a little chubby.
He looks like Nacho Libre.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's great.
Thing. Can you do this?
Oh yeah.
Dude. Okay.
Wait.
I have a challenge for you guys. Do this. Okay, do it. Well, don't show them how to do it.
I'm not. I don't think they got it.
Okay,
so here it is.
See it?
Bam.
Shit, it got stuck on my ring. Ready?
Bam. Ooh, how does he do it?
How does he do it? Ready? Boom.
Bam.
Boom. Every time, like, it's that simple, right? So you do this, right? Okay, and then, you like, first, every time that we've showed that to somebody, like, whenever my niece was, like, 12, she showed me that. And I was like, what? And then I figured it out, so I started doing it. And I showed other people, and then they, like, spend so much time, they're just, like...
Yeah, I'm one of them.
They're just like, huh? What do you mean? And then they're like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, it's looking stupid. It's funny. Like,
well, hey, I think they stopped with the fireworks.
No,
I haven't
they
heard them
fucking
in,
better have it after midnight, bitch.
Yeah. I haven't heard them in a while.
This dog right here, one of my friends was like, hey, do you want a puppy? And I was like, no. And then I saw them and I was like, yes. And we already had 4 dogs at the time. And then I told Daniel, we're getting another dog. And he's all, no, the fuck we're not. And we ended up, like, we were in Cruces, and we're in Cruces, and I was like, yo, we gotta go pick up this puppy. He's like, you're fucking kidding, right? And I was like, no. We're getting another dog. Sorry, it's a small dog. Like, it's not a big deal. It's a small dog. Whatever. And so he's like, you know what? Fine. But I'm not going to train this dog. I'm not going to feed this dog. I'm not going to take care of it. Like, I'm going to love her still. Whatever. And I was like, fine. But now he's literally, like, obsessed with her. Like, they're soulmates. They're meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's all about this dog.
And she's all about me.
Yeah. And I'm just like, see, and you didn't want her. And you didn't want to get her. Anyways, but this dog...
It's adorable.
She
cute.
chewed up the remote to our sign back here, so now we can't have it lit up.
Yeah.
Because she chewed up the sign.
But still. I want a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie. I want a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie. I want a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie, a mookie dookie. I want a...
Say what?
What?
Say cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls.
Say what?
What?
Say cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls.
Anyways. You're a piece of shit.
Her name is Moo Moo.
Yeah. And she's disgusting. She smells like cookie dough.
Yeah, she's cute. I love her.
She's weird. She's disgusting and I don't like her. What?
Do you want a shot?
Huh?
Do you want a shot?
Bitch, I can hear you.
Do you want a shot?
Do I want a shot?
Yeah. Do you want a...
I don't want to get shot.
No. But do you want a shooter?
A shooter? I'll take a cum shot.
So, yes or no?
Yes, bitch.
Alright, bitch.
Why do you even ask? You're gonna do it anyways, and you're still gonna ask if I want a shot.
Because I don't know if it was too soon or not.
Yeah,
Alright.
I want a mookie dookie. A mookie dookie. Mookie dookie. Anyways, yeah. This little dog. Her name is Moo Moo. Moo Moo. But we call her Moomers. Why did we name her Moo Moo?
Because she looks like a cow.
Because she's black and white like a cow. Yeah, that's true. Also because if you've ever seen 50 First Dates.
Oh yeah, that too.
And where Rob Schneider's character
at the end
when
the
he's
movie
like,
where they're getting married.
When Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore are getting married, and then
spoilers.
He's like, really? Even though after a few years she'll just completely let herself go and sex will be completely nauseating for you, and then Adam Sandler's all,
dude, your wife's right there.
Are you kidding me? Your wife is right there. And then he turns, he's all, I'm just kidding, Moo Moo. And then she's all, yeah. She remembers me.
She remembers me.
Cheers to Adam Sandler. Where would we be without Adam Sandler?
Sad.
I love Adam Sandler.
Oh god.
Your face looks all red.
Do it again. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh god. Let me see it.
That's how we stay cool during summer.
Turn around.
No.
Turn around. Turn around.
Hi. Okay, no. What's the movie? Oh no, it's on Family Guy. When on Family Guy when Peter Griffin's going through like his feminine phase and he starts breastfeeding Stewie, and then he's all like he gets the hair in his mouth. He's all sucking his nipple. He's all yeah, and then he wakes up and he's all spits the hair out. He's all yeah. That's how I feel when you spray me with the water.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, that's how we stay cool in this house. Okay, not just this house. We've done this for like a long time. A long
Need
time.
to freshen up. Yeah, 67.
67.
67.
67.
67.
I'm gonna learn one of these guys.
67.
I'm gonna learn one of these days, guys.
I hope
Don't you
fucking
worry.
learn.
What do you mean?
What's taking you so long to learn Spanish?
I don't know, dude. Dude, it's not my fault, okay?
We've been together for over 10 years.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? That's what I said.
Oh my, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What are you talking about? That's what I said earlier.
Dude, I'm so
Fucking
faded.
faded, dude.
I'm so faded, bro.
I'm fucking faded, dude. Shout out to you. You know who?
That's your shout out, man.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Wait,
You
hold
know
on.
who you are.
There's a... Anyways. Okay.
You know who you are.
Fucking faded. Aw. Cheers to Mijo. Cheers to our other son.
Here's to our other son we adopted recently.
Yeah. We love you. You're a fucking idiot, but we love you. And we wish you the best in life. And, I'm fucking faded.
Just good luck and everything.
Yeah. And, good luck in life.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
just know we always got your back, bro.
Definitely. We always got your back.
Don't ever, like, hesitate to hit us up.
And he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. I like how he said that, like, he always tries to make it a point to, like, hit us up whenever, like, he's in town or whatever. And that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
And he's like, oh, I always, like, I just feel really comfortable around you guys. And it's like, you know what? That's cool.
Yeah.
Be yourself. And I like that we can, like, you know, whoever is around us, like, they can be themselves. Because that's a really big thing. Like, I've always, like, struggled with... I've always struggled with, like, you know, trying to be myself around people and, like, finding those people you can trust. And I'm just glad that I can be that person for somebody else.
Whenever one of the nights when we're hanging out, he was all, dude, I just love how I can be myself around you guys, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you guys don't want to see me when I'm, like, my true self. I'm like...
Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Like, are you being yourself right now? He's all, yeah. Okay, so then...
I think just, like, the bad parts of him, because, like, obviously, like, whenever you're around certain people, they bring out the good parts of the bad parts.
And then we told him, we said that, we're like, dude, we've seen you at your worst.
Yeah. And we still...
Whether you think it or not, it's like, we know where you can be.
Yeah. And even then, like, we still, you know, we still welcome him with, like, open arms every single time. But, you know what I mean? Like, that's Mijo. Like, whatever. Like, he's awesome. We love him.
Whenever you have a friend or friends or just somebody that you somewhat care for, open arms all the time.
Like, no judgment.
No judgment.
Like, there's
everybody makes mistakes. Everybody have those days. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Okay, Hannah Montana.
Yeah, that's my crush, alright? I had dreams to where I was on her show, alright?
I had a dream that Taylor Swift and me were best friends.
So I remember I was hanging out with people. Well, I was hanging out with my friends. And we were in lunch one time. This guy brought hot Cheetos for lunch. Everybody was getting hot Cheetos. He's like, here's hot Cheetos. And I didn't want to intrude, but I was kind of getting skipped on getting hot Cheetos. So I was like, hey.
Why was he being like that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I was just there like this is our group of friends. Yeah. So I was like, I guess I'll get some hot Cheetos, but I never got hot Cheetos. And like I was like, hey, could I have some hot Cheetos? No. Hey, could I have some hot Cheetos? Oh no, because he's sharing with everybody.
He just skipped over you on purpose.
I felt like it.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, could I have some hot Cheetos? And he's like, you want some hot Cheetos? Here. And then like he gets his hot Cheetos out of the bag and just like shoves it in the mashed potatoes. And not just him, but like everybody else too. Not everybody, but a couple others like, oh yeah, here's some hot Cheetos. And they shoved it in the mashed potatoes too. At that point in time, I was a picky person. I did not eat mashed potatoes. Everybody knew it.
But it wasn't mashed potatoes, it was gravy.
Mashed potatoes covered in gravy. Yeah.
And you didn't like gravy.
Right. I didn't like mashed potatoes really either.
Oh, what the fuck?
But either way,
like mashed potatoes?
But either way, the idea is that they shoved the hot Cheetos inside of
your papitas.
Yeah.
Your potatoes.
And I'm just there like, oh.
Ew.
Like, and you know, obviously I sat there like crying, but like holding it in.
Because you really wanted mashed potato, or you really wanted hot Cheetos, but they were like, here's your hot Cheetos and put it in your gravy, in your...
Right. But...
I can't even talk right now.
But, like, obviously I was upset and crying, too, but I didn't want to cry too much because they were telling me, like, oh, don't cry. Like... Oh,
you're going to get us in trouble.
You're going to get us in trouble. Don't cry. I'm like...
Trying to suck it up, and you're just like...
Okay.
Fuck the hot Cheetos. There goes my whole lunch, too.
Honestly, like, I did not... One, the food was bad in general. It was school lunch.
Yeah.
But I still ate what I could eat. But at the same time, whenever there was like a cool snack to eat and they like shoved it in the food that I would never touch in the first place, it just like topped it onto her. I mean, I was already hungry to begin with. You know?
Yeah.
And like that sucked, dude. But that was a point in time.
Ew.
And it's still, I mean, not that it bothers me anymore, but it's a significant.
They were so shitty like that towards you.
It's a significant memory to where I'm like, dude, like whenever I see people bully people, like during this
it's
whole
like a trigger.
This whole like working at the high school, whenever I see people being bullied or doing the bullying or anything like that, even if it's like minor or if it's major, it's like, dude, like I've been in those shoes before, and that just fucking sucks.
It's like, dude, like, you don't want to be the person to be bullying somebody just because you look like a fucking asshole.
And like, I hate,
and you also hate to be the person that's being bullied.
Right. And I totally even the ones that are like involved with the ones that are bullying.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're there witnessing those being bullied, but you don't say or do anything, you're still part of the problem.
You're just as much as a bully.
Yeah. You're just as much as the bully, even if you don't say or do anything.
I've definitely been there before. Like,
it's like, oh, fuck, dude.
It sucks.
Bullies are
they're assholes. But like, like in the community, like it was such a small like group that we were in and that we grew up in, that you either were bullied or you got bullied or you were the bully. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you were still. It was just like a constant like cycle. Everybody bullied each other, and you bullied everybody.
And sometimes you don't even know if you are bullying.
Yeah, and there's times where like obviously like somebody, like a little group of people like picks on one person, and it's like, it's funny because that person,
that is
like,
just it's a natural way for, if somebody is bullying, you're just like, it's so easy to jump in
because that person, like, it's funny because that person like embarrassed themselves, obviously, but then at the same time, it's like after a while you're just like, oh, I gotta put myself in their shoes, and then you kind of realize like, ooh, I'm a dick, like, I'm sorry.
And if you do that, like, you know what, like, the biggest thing that anybody could ever do is go up to that person and be like, you know what?
Like, you're a piece of shit.
No. No, I'm talking about, like, if the bully was bullying.
Wait,
and they realize it.
If the bully was bullying?
If the bully was bullying. Like, if they realize that they were bullying.
Oh, if they realize they're being a dick.
Yeah. And if they go up to that person.
Usually they know. They know what they're doing, usually.
Yeah, but if they realize, like, you know, I'm being a total fucking dick, like you said.
Yeah.
And they go up to that person, you know what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to like embarrass you, or I didn't mean to make you feel like shit.
Just no, not even. Well, I mean, yeah, that too, but just in general, just apologizing to begin with.
That takes a lot.
That does take a lot.
For like, okay, for a bully to like see that they did something wrong, for them to like actually like come and apologize and mean it.
It's like,
that takes a lot.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
Yeah,
I was just in the moment. We're all making fun of you. It's like, you know what? I'm just so sorry that I was involved.
It's like, I didn't mean to make you feel like shit, but that was still kind of funny. But it's like, dude, like, I thought you were just kidding too.
It still takes a lot of
courage to apologize.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, definitely. Ew, I don't want to cheers with your cringy ass. Just kidding.
Cheers.
This is our last shot?
No.
It's not?
No. We were supposed to take this and then...
But this was our last shot.
this whole podcast, we're just rambling on about making friends, being friends. It's like, you know what? Our friendship was not like the most easygoing or right off the bat or anything like that. Yeah, mine and yours.
Was it?
No.
Oh.
You didn't like me.
I didn't.
I tried talking. I
dude.
annoyed the shit out of you.
You did. Like, I tried my best to ignore you.
Yeah, I know.
And I even told you, leave me alone a couple times.
Yes.
And then you were just like, I'm sorry, I just really like you. And I'm like, bitch, leave me alone.
Right.
Give me
but
a
I'm not
minute.
saying like every single friendship is going to end up in where we are right now.
Like
Soulmates or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just like, you know what? Friendships are not easy. They're not.
They can be, but they're not.
They can be super
not
easy
more
and
like
like
a
we're out to
true
like
friendship.
sometimes like some friendships can be peanut butter and jelly type of deal. But some friendships can, you know what? There's gonna be some crunchy peanut butter every now and then. You know what?
If you like crunchy peanut butter, you're not my friend. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just kidding.
All right, this is gonna be our last shot.
I don't care what kind of
We're
peanut
gonna
butter
close
you
out.
like. Anyways, sorry, but God, why do you have to get all frustrated?
No, I'm not frustrated. I'm just
You're
saying.
the one that brought up the crunchy peanut butter, not me.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding. We got each other's backs. We have to have each other's back,
Yes.
no matter what. And that's it. But it's all love. We love you guys. And you're alright, I guess. I don't know. But no, we love you guys.
She's alright.
We love all of you guys. And that's it. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you guys.
And
Especially.
cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you. And cheers to me. Best of friends will always be. No, but you know what I mean?
Fine.
Just cheers. Have fun. Show love. Be love. Spread love. Accept love.
That's what I like about our podcast, is that we always end it with just being like, you know what? Love. Because that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I agree. I can't wait to have guests.
Me too.